Yes, look, Jens looks like he's all he's got to do really is just stay clean here. The way Caroline's game is so up and down. Strike, spare, open frame so far in game 2. That's not going to win you many matches. She needs 4 or 5 strikes in a row here to mount any kind of challenge. Well, there's one of them. Could that be the start of something?
Well, it certainly needs to be, the way that Jens Nickel's bowling. Caroline's had 3 open frames so far in the match. And there you can see the difference, the lights opening up between them.
Yeah, there is no margin for error for Caroline now. 32 pins adrift. She needs to stay on strike and hope that Jens throws her a bone, and that might be the bone. No, he's got away with it. That could have been a complete disaster. He's missed the head pin, but has avoided any nasty splits.
That's right, yeah, not the greatest shot. Hanging out wide on the lane. Just didn't quite get the shoulder follow through with that shot. Standing there on one leg, looking disappointed, but it's a makeable spare. And he can probably afford this. As long as he makes it, stays clean, avoid those open frames. See how wide he spreads that index finger around the ball. Helps to give him some rotation. And rotation makes the spare. Great shot.
These pins never stood a chance, did they?
No, it was always there. It's halfway through the game, frame 5 is closed. He's happy with that. He'll accept it. Caroline must double here. She's working on a strike.
Not only double, Cass, she needs 3, 4, 5. Well, she's doubled. And with Jens just losing the strike, at least for now, maybe she's giving herself a chance.
Yep, she enjoyed that. Good shot, she said.
She's not out of this. This is by no means an insurmountable deficit, is it? Reduced to 19 now.
And that can spin around in one frame, can't it?
Yeah, exactly. Jens gets a split, Caroline gets a strike. We will have a lead change. So Jens needs to rediscover the strike zone. A couple of spares. Needs a strike. Oh, he is so lucky.
Shoot that 7-10.
On another day, that's a 7-10 split. But the 10-pin gods, to whom Jens looks like he's offering up a prayer of thanks, decided to smile upon him.
Just slightly light in the pocket. Rips the rack.
Ooh.
Converts to 7-10 in theory. And he does like that. Lucky man. Playing the crowd.
That's just what he needed. Caroline needs another one. Well, that's not looking too good.
See that ball right up just high under the headpin, just out of the pocket, and you get a 4-9 split. And that could be good night Vienna or good night Quebec City.
Isn't it frustrating though? She's just pulled really close. She's pulled within 19, and then Jens Nickel just manages to avoid a 7-10 split with a strike, and then Caroline comes up and has left herself one hell of a mess. And as you say, that could be the end of the match, just when she got so close.
Yeah, it was a punishing shot. It was so close to being a strike.
Well, can she find the spare here? Going for it. Oh, getting it! If she's going to go, she's not going quietly.
That's the way to take it. Just chip that fork and across on the left-hand side.
Shot of the match.
Spares the 4-9. This is how to do it. Crackett needs some accuracy as well. Just watch this. Makes it look easy, doesn't it? Believe me, it's not.
There's not many people in this auditorium could have got that. And Jens very sportingly leading the cheers for that one.
In August.
Welcome back to this first round match. Jens Nickel taking on Caroline Lagrange. It's game 2 and Nickel is still ahead. Commentary from Nick Halling and Cass Edwards.
Now Jens, can he just capitalise with a double? Build on that lead. Ooh, the 10 stood up.
Yes, I think had Jens double there, that would have been game, set and match. Nice shot in the pocket. Great power in that ball, generated through the wrist. Couldn't keep the 10 pin away. So again, he has to spare the 10 pin. He's made this shot before in the match. It's looking good.
Well, he drills that 10 every time. That early miss against on the 7 on the other side seems a long time ago, but again it's a spare. If Caroline can get a strike, it's going to be a scary run to the finish for both of them. Jens is not there yet. Doesn't look too bothered, does he?
He looks pretty comfortable, doesn't he?
Tim Mack or Phil Scammell await the winner, and there is Tim Mack just checking out possible future opponents, perhaps. A bit pensive there, Tim. That's not like him.
Tim is actually carrying a shoulder injury.
Oh, that's a sickener for Caroline.
The washout, the 1-2-4-10. The ball didn't make the head pin, right hand side. Just drifts out too far, and there's not enough power to get back. Could be the end of the match. It's a long flight back to Wichita. The last lady in the tournament.
Do you know where Wichita is, just out of interest?
Kansas?
Correct.
There you go. Ask me another.
Show me something there.
I didn't.
Nearest airport?
Denver.
No, you're wrong there.
Okay.
I would think the biggest nearest would be Kansas City. And she doesn't want to be seeing that airport anytime soon. Oh no, she's missed the lead pin, unfortunately. And that looks like the end of the line for Caroline Lagrange. And, well, as Cass said,
It is hit the head pin. Good, didn't make it.
that's amazing, isn't it, Cass? 6 women players started out in this year's tournament. All of them world class. Every single one of them now, barring something incredible here, biting the dust.
Not the best game in the world. Every open frame that Caroline's had has been a split or a washout. Jens just turns the screw.
Just to make sure.
Yep. He's pretty much aware that the game's over now. Just going to consolidate. It's a pretty solid game there. Facing 240. Hasn't had too much pressure on him in this game, has he, as Jens?
Not really.
Hasn't really had to extend himself. He's looked good, pretty powerful. That's gone along as well, look at that.
Caroline has just lacked consistency on this lane. Every so often you just think she's getting it together and then it just drifts off again, and that is the end of that. Well, the quarterfinals at this year's World 10-Pin Masters, I'm afraid we're going to be very sexist on here. It's a boys' club.
7 strikes in the first game for Caroline, and she was pretty much lined up, but this second game has gone a bit gaga for her. Just hasn't been consistent with that strike shot. Next to spare. That's where the first ball should have gone, not the second one. Big difference there, isn't there?
Well, it's insurmountable, isn't it? And it's not as if she's bowling particularly well either. Just had a double in this match, an early strike before that, but a couple of opens. And just never quite found the kind of rhythm that Jens had. Jens started this match, remember, with that 4-bagger, and followed up